Hey everybody. So I'll walk you guys through how to take your looping ball bounce and have it settle so it stops. Because right now it feels a little bit strange in that it's a perpetual bouncer. It's almost like it has energy right now that defies the laws of physics. So right now everything's just looping. I'm going to grab both controls, so the stretcher and the root. What is the root called? I should probably know the name of it. Main and top. Okay, cool. And then grab these keys. What I'm gonna do, right click, copy. So I'll do that again. Hold shift, left mouse, drag all the way to grab all my keys. Copy, left click, right click that time. Okay, sorry. Hold shift, left click, drag, right click, copy. Go to 20, right click, paste. 40, right click, paste. 60, right click, paste. You can also do it on the curve editor, so I'll do it one more time just to show you guys. Right click, delete. So I'll grab them up here, Control C, 20, Control V, 40, Control V, 60, Control V, 80, Control V. So now this guy's continually bouncing. I might need more, I'm not sure how many bounces we'll need yet, we'll see. I need a stop pose, I need like a bottom keyframe, so I'll find a bottom, middle mouse drag, out to 110 is up. Yeah, okay, right there. Okay, find the bottom, middle mouse drag, 110, set key. Okay, so we'll just work with the 1x key for now. So we want to see things lowering as it's bouncing, and then usually you have to move the timing closer together because the bounces get faster as it settles. I'm gonna make this not loop anymore. Hey, that didn't work. I think you go. I think I showed this and it just didn't work. I thought it would. But you can also go tangent. Nope. Keys. Where are you? Curves. There it goes. Pre-infinity, constant, post-infinity, constant. There we go. So now it just kind of starts and then settles. There we go. So we'll just work with translate Y. I'm going to delete this guy. We don't need this for now. I'm going to make these flat again. I was messing with timing earlier. Make this up again. And then I'll just gradually lower every bounce is lower than the previous bounce. And then this small one. And I usually will take some frames out on every bounce, especially towards the end. Maybe just one frame. I think it might be one frame each keyframe would work better. Let's try it. So starting here, 1, 1, maybe 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. Can't really go past 6 because it'll be too fast to figure out a balance. Some of these keys look like they're non-weighted. No, they're just split, so you're good. I might do this again from scratch Okay, so now that we got that done, we also need to get the stretch to match the height. So you can see that the stretch part matched the bounce. So I'm going to move that guy over. So like I'll grab this, I'll grab the bounce, control click the other curve so I know where to line it up. Might be easier to do this from scratch. I thought it'd be simple enough to just move. So I guess you guys could do it whatever way you wanted. I'm not going to do stretching on the end. And then you'd want to do also a decreasing amount of stretch. So I'm going to scale this time. So I press R, it moves it to this tool. So I was on move, now I'm on scale. And I'm going to shift middle mouse. So I selected everything I want to scale, and then I click where I want to scale around. So in this case it's 0. So I'm just middle mouse dragging down, middle mouse dragging down, middle mouse dragging down. That way it sort of settles over time and goes boom. Okay, so that was the first attempt to look at this. I feel like it needs to bounce a few more times, like 3 maybe, 2. So I'm just selecting the curves I want to copy. In this case, at this point, there's no stretch anymore. 1, 2, just copy and paste here. 3. So it's the same thing. I'll just keep going down until it starts to feel good. I might need to drop some frames off here, maybe, to play with it. But we're only dealing with one curve at this point. So right now there's no middle curve, so I'm just going to offset the bounce up a little so it still looks smooth. I want to make sure everything looks nice, like a nice simple arc. You don't want any like uneven things like this where it goes over and then up and down. It'll start looking weird. So it gets kind of small. So I'll just reframe it. So I'll grab the stuff because it's kind of small on my screen and just hit F because I want to make sure the arcs have the smooth decrease in height over time. And we're bouncing. It looks like we're bouncing just below 0. You can end it at 0 if you want. I usually go just below 0 so the contact with the ball and the floor feels more solid. But it's just kind of opinion. It's not a hard and fast rule. I think that might be okay. We'll see. It can kind of go on for a while depending on the type of ball it is. Do, do, do. Yeah, it feels like we could just do one last super tiny bounce. Just maybe 1 frame up or something, and then you're small too. How does that look? Better? And then from here you can just start playing with it and seeing how it feels if you adjust timing. And a lot of times I'll look at the arc of this, the drop off in force, and see if it feels right to me, and I'll play around with it just to see how things are. You can kind of noodle with it for a while and see what changes affect your ball bounce. So this is it for the assignment. There's totally fine to stop here if you want. There's a link to a tutorial that goes over another stage of this where you can also add a Z curve, because right now I don't have a Z, where maybe the ball is traveling forward and bounces on that wall. You guys are kind of free for the assignment really to do whatever you want. So maybe by the time it gets to 30, it hits the wall. And we kind of do, I think you do a similar thing where you split the tangent, because it'll change direction kind of suddenly. And then slowly roll to a stop. I think it would probably slow down but not speed up. It was something like this. Oh, I think you got to start going fast and then slow it down over time. So I think it's more like this. Yeah, something like that. You don't have to do exactly this, but so it sort of starts, something already pushed it forward, almost like it's coming in from off screen at a specific speed. And the ball, while it's in the air, it's not going to slow down much. It might slow down when it hits the ground. That might force it, but most of the forward momentum won't stop unless it hits that wall, and then it'll eventually roll to a stop. It'll probably take longer to stop its forward movement than the ball bounces. Like it rolls for a little bit or something. Yeah. So play around with that. It's a fun additional challenge. You can add whatever sort of obstacles you want to hit that ball, just to see, to play with the physics and figure out how to work stuff out. But try and have fun with it. It's a cool assignment. BallBounce is pretty fundamental to learning animation. Everything ends up being a ball bounce. So I'll reference this kind of mechanics quite a bit in future critiques and stuff. Alright, see you guys later.